Last chapter, we talked about working for yourself, not for a boss, not for a company, for you. But Robert Kiyosaki is not finished yet, because there is a question most ambitious people never think to ask. Not, what job pays the most? But, what job teaches me the most? That is Chapter 6. Work to learn, not to earn. And by the end of this video, you will never look at a job or an opportunity the same way again. Kiyosaki tells a story. A young woman, brilliant, sharp, determined. She has a master's degree in English literature. She is a talented writer. She approaches him after one of his seminars and asks him to help her get her book published. Kiyosaki reads her writing. It is excellent, genuinely good. So he gives her honest advice. He says, take a sales course. She is furious. She says, I did not spend years studying literature to learn how to sell. I am a writer, not a salesperson. And she walks away. Now pause here, because this is a moment most of us would miss. She was technically correct. She was a great writer, but she was professionally wrong. Because the world is full of great writers who are broke, and full of average writers who are rich. The difference? The rich ones knew how to sell their writing. Kiyosaki says it plainly. The bestseller beats the best writer every time. This is not about compromising your craft. This is about understanding how the world actually works. Your skill is the product. Sales is the delivery system. Without delivery, the product sits on a shelf, unseen. Here is the shift Kiyosaki wants you to make. Stop asking, how much does this job pay? Start asking, what will this job teach me? He talks about his own path. He did not drift into jobs randomly. He was deliberate. After he left the Marines, he joined Xerox, not because Xerox was his dream company, but because Xerox had one of the best sales training programs in the world. He knew he was weak at sales. He hated it. He was shy. Rejection hurt him. So he chose the job that would force him to become stronger in exactly the area he was weakest. He was terrified every morning walking into that building. And every morning he pushed through it anyway. He stayed until he became one of the top salespeople. Then he left. The job was not the destination. The job was the training ground. Write that down if you need to. Because this is the mindset that separates builders from passengers. A passenger takes a job because it pays. A builder takes a job because of what it builds in them. Now let us bring this home. Whether you are studying in the UK like I am, working in Nairobi, building in Lagos, or hustling in Dar es Salaam, the principle is the same. Most young Africans are trained to chase the title, the salary, the status, doctor, lawyer, engineer. And those are fine paths. But Kiyosaki would ask, what are those paths teaching you beyond the technical skill? Can you communicate? Can you sell an idea? Can you manage people? Can you read a financial statement? Because here is the truth. The doctors who build hospitals, the lawyers who start firms, the engineers who found companies, they did not just have technical skill, they had business skill, people skill, communication skill, leadership skill. And those skills were usually learned outside the classroom, in a side job, in a sales role, in a project, in a failure. Kiyosaki calls these skills the management skills of business. There are three main ones he highlights: management of cash flow, management of people, management of personal time and systems. If your current job or course is not teaching you at least one of these, you are being paid, but not educated. Here is another truth that will sting. Specialists are valuable, but specialists are also replaceable. Kiyosaki says most people become too specialized. They get very, very good at one narrow thing, and they think that is enough. But the world does not reward narrow expertise the way it used to. Think about it. If you only know accounting, someone with accounting software replaces you. If you only know coding, Someone with cheaper coding replaces you. But if you know accounting, and you know how to lead a team, and you know how to sell, and you understand finance, now you are hard to replace. Now you are dangerous. Kiyosaki says the richest people he knows are not the most specialized. They are the most well-rounded. They know a little of a lot, and they know how to connect it all. This is what he calls working to learn. Not just deep, but wide. Go wide on purpose. Kiyosaki is direct here. He says the one skill that matters more than almost anything else is selling. Not aggressive selling, not pushy selling, the ability to communicate a value, to present an idea, to move someone from no to yes. If you can do that, you will never be poor. He also highlights communication, writing, speaking, negotiating. These are not soft skills. These are money skills. The person who can walk into a room, present a vision, and make people believe, that person will always find money. And then there is leadership, the ability to bring out the best in a team, to keep people moving when they are tired, to make hard decisions without falling apart. These are learnable, all of them. But you have to be intentional. You have to look at every opportunity and ask, what skill does this build in me? Not just, what does this pay me? So what do you actually do with this? Here is Kiyosaki's advice simplified. If you are in a job right now, map what you are learning, not just what you are doing, what you are learning. If the honest answer is nothing, that is a problem. If you are choosing between two opportunities, do not default to the one that pays more. Look at which one teaches more, especially at the beginning of your journey. The skill is the asset, not the salary. If you know you are weak at something, sales, communication, finance, find a role or experience that forces you to face it. Weakness avoided stays weakness. Weakness confronted becomes a tool. And if you are a student right now, in school or in university, use your time around your studies to build skills your degree will never give you. Sell something, lead something, build something, even small, even badly at first. Because every skill you pick up now compounds. Chapter 6 is simple, but it cuts deep. Work to learn, not just to earn. Your job, your role, your internship, your hustle, any of it. Ask not just what it pays you, ask what it is building in you. Because the most dangerous person in any room is not the one with the highest salary, it is the one with the widest skill set. And Chapter 7? Chapter 7 is where Kiyosaki identifies the specific obstacles that stop most people from ever becoming rich. Not a lack of knowledge, not a lack of opportunity. The obstacles are inside you. And once you know what they are, you can beat them. Chapter 7 drops next. Do not miss it.